K Black Boxing, coming to you another video. You see these two men on the screen, Adonis Stevenson and Andre Ward, and you read the title, it says Undisputed Matchup, Light Heavyweight World Championship. I read an article earlier today with, from BoxingScene.com. It basically states that the title reads, Ward rips Adonis Stevenson for not unifying in the past. He basically was saying how, after he beat Kovalev for the second time, Ward, Adonis Stevenson called him out, to unify, and he was basically saying why he didn't want to unify back then when he had the opportunity to fight Kovalev, and he said the reason why he didn't unify then is because he believed he seen something in Kovalev that he couldn't beat or whatever the case may be. And, we all know what happens with the politics back and forth, but Ward goes to say that it comes a time and a place that he is like, you can't just use that as an excuse. You got to be like, okay, yeah, I feel you, my manager or my promoter or whatever the case, or my advisor, but a fighter has the last say. So basically, you got to be like, yeah, particularly I want this fighter right here. You know what I mean? You want that particular fight, and I understand all of that. And he goes also at the end. He's basically saying that maybe Adonis sees something in him. That's the reason why he want to fight and unify with Ward. And Ward basically said, you will see. My opinion on it, I have to be totally honest, man. I know I've been super critical of Adonis Stevenson for not fighting the top-notch competition, in my opinion. But at the same time, I got to call a spade a spade. Ward, whatever happened in the past, happened in the past, man. If him and Kovalev didn't come together to become undisputed for one thing or another, that's them. That really has nothing to do with you, man. So if he calling you out and they say you want to unify, in my opinion, both of y'all guys need to get together, quit all this bullshit ass diva ass behavior, and become undisputed. We just seen Terrence Crawford become undisputed. So although he no longer is undisputed now because he dropped the IBF belt, but we see him become undisputed 2 weeks ago. So it's no excuse. We can see it happen, and it can definitely get done. Y'all the only two champions in y'all divisions. As of right now, I don't think Ward have no mandatories or any obligations right now. I think Adonis Stevenson still have Alida Alvarez, but I'm pretty sure Alvarez been taking step aside money. So if you all was to fight each other and get together to fight each other, y'all can, Alida Alvarez probably can be paid step aside money again, like he normally has, and fight the winner. But anyway, both of y'all don't have no fights. This is just the beginning of September. Y'all can fight at the end of the year, man. Okay. Ward only fought one time, and I believe Adonis Stevens only fought one time, in my opinion. Both these guys have one fighter that they both fight in common, and that's Chad Dawson. Both of these guys knocked him out. That's how Adonis Stevenson even have the WBC light heavyweight title, because he knocked out Chad Dawson. But before Chad Dawson fought Adonis Stevenson for the light heavyweight strap, for the light heavyweight strap, he went down in weight and fought Andre Ward. Matter of fact, they got two opponents together, the common opponents, Saki Obika and Chad Dawson. They both decision Saki Obika, and they both knocked out Chad Dawson. Damn, you know what, man? I'm tripping, man. They got three fighters that they got in common, man. Darnell Boone, can't forget about that. Darnell Boone, Saki Obika, and Chad Dawson. Okay. Darnell Boone, caused both these guys problems. He knocked down Ward, but Ward won the fight. He actually beat Adonis Stevenson, but Adonis Stevenson came back and beat him. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I got three common opponents, man. So, it's only right for you guys to fight one another. Y'all the only two guys that got the titles, man. I understand what you're saying, Ward, about, it's up to a fighter to make the last decision. Well, you got to make the decision, man. We can bash Adonis Stevenson all day long, but at the same time, Both y'all guys got both the titles, man. Like I said, if Crawford can do it, y'all can do it. So y'all got to do it, man. Especially he was, War was a part of the telecast in the ESPN to see the crowning of the undisputed champion and Terrence Crawford. And in my opinion, I know Terrence Crawford is no longer undisputed. I had Andre Ward number one, but once Terrence Crawford became undisputed, I had him number one, and he remained number one because guess what? He didn't lose the titles. He didn't lose that the undisputed championship in the ring. They basically gave him an ultimatum, and he chose to do what he had to do. So in my opinion, Crawford is still number one. Since he was the one, even though he's no longer undisputed, but since he's the first one to do it in over a decade, so he's remained number one. Ward, you can easily become number one again. You can fight Adonis Stevenson at the end of the year if y'all can come together, man, and do what y'all got to do. I'm not finna continue to shit on Adonis Stevenson or bash him. Basically, if Ward doing the same damn thing. You know what I mean? In my opinion, Ward has fought tougher competition since entering the light heavyweight division. One thing he did say in the article, he said, how come since Adonis Stevenson had all this time to fight Kovalev and it didn't happen? In a year's time, man, Ward been in the light heavyweight division. Not only he fought him once, but he fought him twice. You know what I mean? And I do agree with that. He did fight him twice, but at the same time, we already know what happened, man, behind the scenes. We don't got to go through. We know that both on HBO. Both of them was with HBO at one point in time, but Adonis Stevenson as well as Kovalev. But we know that Adonis Stevenson went with Al Heyman, went to Showtime, and it went to the purse bid, and Kathy Duva, which is Kovalev promoter, did not want to go to the purse bid, so the fight didn't happen. So we can point fingers, but only thing I can say now, that's in the past, and Ward has 3 of the major titles, the IBF, WBA, and the WBO, and Adonis Stevenson has the other one, the WBC. Like I said, you see this, it's a undisputed matchup, light heavyweight world championship. Both y'all guys got to get together, put down y'all diva tactics, y'all egos, and become one champion, man. I need to see undisputed. It's undisputed or nothing, and that's why I'm continue to hashtag, and that's how I believe, man. So that's what I'm gonna do, man. If undisputed or nothing, I'm not accepting nothing less. Crawford did it. He set the tone. Although he's no longer undisputed, in my opinion, he's still the only one that done it. He's the champion of all champions at this point. So until somebody else do it, I don't care from the flyweight all the way to heavyweight. I want to see undisputed, man. This K Black Boxing signing off. Like, comment, subscribe.